Hello and welcome back, my stylish friends. Thank you for suggestions from one of my subscribers to show you how I make this scarf. This scarf is very simple to make. I was using 10mm needles and this beautiful yarn from hubby. The name is Manaya and I was using color number 1. So let me grab some lighter color yarn and I will show you how to work this scarf. You want to use larger needle than is recommended for the weight of your yarn, and we will be using long tail cast on. If you need instruction how to make long tail cast on, there is a slow motion video on my channel. We are casting on even number of stitches. So even number of stitches means will be equally divided by 2. Cast on as many stitches as you need for the length of your scarf. And as you see, I attach chart to help you decide of length or width of your scarf depending on the type of scarf you want to make. So we have 2 edges here, and the first row we will do purl only. So we purl all stitches. If you need to know how to make a purl stitch in details, there is a slow motion video on my channel as well. Once you finish all purl stitches in the row number 1, you will turn your work. And in row number 2, we will be making knit stitches. You start with the 1 knit, then you yarn over, and you will knit 2 stitches together. And you repeat this process all the way to the end of your row. So you yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, and so on. At the end of this row, you will make 1 knit stitch. And then you will turn your work again. You can see the stitches you made in the previous row. Open your work and it looks like lacy pattern. And now in the next row, we will be closing those stitches. So your stitches are lined up the purl wise. You want to knit this row, so you have to move your working yarn to the back of your project. This is row number 3. We're making all knit stitches, including the yarn over. As you see, I'm placing my right needle in front of yarn over to make that knit stitch. I do not twist that yarn. I want this opening to be large. You can see you close your stitches now and you have nice openings in your pattern as well, nice ridge of purl stitches on one side. So we want to make another purl stitches ridge on the other side. In order to do that, in row number 4, you will knit all the stitches again. And this is similar when you work in garter stitch, when you're making only knit stitches in each row. And once again, if you need instruction how to knit stitch, there is a slow motion video on my channel. And we are done already with our nice 2 ridges and 1 opening. Now we're repeating row number 2 to 4. So again, you knit, yarn over, 2 knit together. So as you see, this is 3-row repeat pattern, super fast and simple. Once you do your yarn over, 2 together, the next 2 rows will be only knit stitches. So let's speed up this process because I want to show you also how to end your work when you will be casting off your stitches. So let me make few more rows, and in order for your scarf to look symmetrical on each side, remember we did cast on and row of purl stitches. So in order to mimic the same edge, I would strongly suggest to finish your work before casting off with row number 2. After you cast off, after completing row number 2, where you making 2 knit stitches together and yarn over, your edge of the scarf will be very similar looking to the beginning of your work. And I am done with 2 rows of nice opening in my scarf. So let me make row number 2 again, which I'm repeating, making knit, yarn over, 2 together, and that will be my last row, so I can show you how to cast off. Let me know if this pattern was easy for you, or if you have any questions. I will try to help you as much as I can. All right, so let's pretend I'm done, my scarf is completed, and I need to cast off my stitches. The stitches are lined up again purlwise, but you will be knitting them. So you knit the first stitch, you place that knitted stitch back on your left needle, and then you will knit 2 stitches together. And you repeat the same process. You will place back on the left needle 2 together. Put back on the left and 2 together. So that will be our cast off. You will do this for every single stitch, and once you complete it, you will cut your yarn and hide the end. I hope you learned something new today and you found this information helpful. If you have another suggestions, what would you like to learn? Leave it in the comment below and I will be happy to create tutorial. And we are done. So let's pretend my scarf is super wide and super big. I know I just make few rows, but let's check. You can see nice pattern. It's stretchable. The edges, the beginning and ending looks almost identical. And also depending on what size needle are you using and the yarn, the scarf might look a little bit different. This is great if you're working with cotton. You can wear it all year round. I was using wool and acrylic, so this is definitely my winter scarf. At this time, I want to say thank you for knitting with me today. And I want to thank you to all my supporters on YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon. Thank you. Have a great day and happy knitting.